Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Lanolin, and we are back with episode 5 of Feed the Beast Unstable. Alright. I've done a little bit of stuff off camera, not too much, mostly just mining and the like. Kind of getting ready for this episode, because in this episode, I'd really like to get started with some progressive automation. Now, I mentioned that this episode we probably wouldn't have Tinker's Construct anymore, but just kidding, we still do. Server just hasn't updated yet. The pack itself has updated. I'm just kind of sitting a couple versions behind while I wait for the server to update. No big deal. It's all good. The only thing that should be leaving is Tinker's, and we've already talked about that. So anyway, what are we doing today? Well, as I mentioned, I'm really tired of running over here and farming. It's actually been the vast majority of what I do off camera is to get super distracted by something I might be watching on another monitor or whatever, and I find myself just farming and farming and farming to the point where I have a huge excess of food and plants. A lot of food, a lot of plants. Yeah. So, what I would like to do is hop into a little bit of progressive automation. There are quite a few different planters that we can use, along with generators and all that other fun stuff. But for right now, we're kind of focusing on the planters. Now, I've just barely used progressive automation before. The only place I've used progressive automation is in Jaded Cat's packs like Agrarian Skies, because it actually gives you some really, really awesome early game methods to do some automated farming. And, you know, whatever else you might want to do, such as mining, farming, like animals. I think, yeah, you can generate power. You can apparently do a little bit of auto crafting, which could be cool. And tree harvesting, which I'll probably jump into at one point. If not this episode, probably the next, or maybe I'll just do it off camera. Kind of depends on how complicated this all is. If it seems to be pretty straightforward, so we might just do the farm and then go from there. So anyway, I have found that there are a few different types. So we have our wooden planter, stone planter, iron planter, diamond planter, and I think, yeah, it stops at diamond. Now, the differences between the four of them actually don't really have anything to do with range. The range has to do with the upgrades. However, we have to use the upgrades that coincide with the planter we have. And the type of planter we use is the type of hoe that you use in the planter, if that makes sense. So if we use a wooden planter, we have to use a wooden hoe in order to plant things. Because while these guys are automated, you still need to supply them with fuel and a tool in which to do their job. So let's make one of these planters first. Then we can talk a little bit more about them. So first off, we got to make this wooden guy. Not too hard. Just a bunch of wood, chest, and a wooden hoe. So let's get on with that. And actually, I'm going to hold on to all of these sticks because I am sure I'm going to need them quite a bit. I'm not going to use my birch wood. Oh, whoops. I need to get another crafting bench. Actually, I'll do that right now. I usually have multiple crafting stations just because I usually have multiple things I need to craft at once. So let's get the hoe. So we have our hoe. Let's do one of these. And what else do we need? Oh yeah, we needed a furnace and a chest. See? This is why we have multiple crafting benches. Just makes life that much easier. So chest and what was the other thing we needed? I don't remember. Oh yeah, furnace. I have plenty of cobblestone. Do one of these. Oh, well, rip. Oh well, whatever. And boom, there we go. Wooden planter. Nice. Now, to make the stone planter, we of course need another wooden planter. The issue, actually, I'll talk about it in a little bit. Let's continue on. So, stone planter. Now, does it require smooth stone? Yeah, it requires smooth stone. All right, but that's okay. Apparently, we can also use granite and all that fun stuff, which is just fine with me because I really don't know what else to use that stuff for. Outside of like decoration stuff, which I don't particularly care for what it looks like, but it's all right. So I'm going to start off with the stone planter. Eventually, I'll probably move into the iron and then diamond, but for now, I think I'm just going to stick with the stone. Now, the reason behind me sticking with the stone is that, also, please excuse all the thunder and lightning. That is Thaumcraft Taint. Yes, our world is slowly being destroyed by Thaumcraft Taint. I mentioned that a little bit in the previous episode, but yeah, it's becoming quite a thing now. All right, so anyway, as we can see, we got to make sure our stone planter is 1 block below the blocks that you're going to be harvesting on. So if you're this basically like this, you're going to have your stuff on top of these blocks. These guys need to be just 1 block below it. Pretty easy. So anyway, yeah, we can only use a stone hoe in the stone planter, and we can only use stone upgrades in the stone planter. This is where things start to get a little bit of expensive and a little bit, I don't want to say complicated, but tedious for sure. Because see, you have to make the wooden upgrade, then you have to make the stone upgrade, then you have to make the iron upgrade. So if I wanted to go iron right out of the gate, which I could, I have to make quite a few iron upgrades. And each upgrade only increases its radius by 1. Or it increases the amount of blocks that it can harvest by 1. So let's make some upgrades so I can show you guys what that means. What happened? I guess the taint is spreading very, very, very fast. It's a little bit insane. As you can tell by all the thunder and lightning. Okay, so let's get these stone. Don't be surprised if I come back one episode and it's a brand new map. That actually has been talked about a little bit, so it's okay though, because again, I'm just kind of playing around with mods, kind of showing you guys what's coming up, and if you want to play on the unstable pack, what you can do. Okay, so yeah, let's go with 6 upgrades. That sounds about right. For now, at least. So we have the wooden ones. Now we need to go stone. I don't actually know if I have any stone on hand, so let's hope I can use this stuff. Oh wow, that's actually working now. Nice. The only problem is it doesn't do a whole stack. It kind of bums me out, but that's okay. Boom, bunch of stone upgrades. Nice. All right, so let's run out here and take a look. What I mean by each upgrade only gives it one block of range. So let's toss these guys in there. So it eats it up, right? Don't freak out. Don't be like, oh my god, it's gone. It has a range of 7 now. Whenever you break this block, it'll give you your upgrades back. So just relax. It's all good. So anyway, it now has a range of 7. That does not mean it has a range of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Remember, this is early game. This is meant to be very early game automation. So these guys are not going to be like uber powerful, super fucking farms from holy crapville. Nah. What it means by a range of 7 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's what it means. And I should actually go ahead and make one more. So yeah, right out of the box, it can only harvest one thing in front of it. Kind of lame, I know. That is why I went ahead and went with the stone planter to start us off, because it's going to be really easy for me to make a whole bunch of stone upgrades so I can get like a decent sized farm going. Now, as far as a max range goes, I have no idea. I don't know. I'm not sure if there's a max range. I'm sure I'll find out, but you know, as I'm building, but we shall see. I mean, that might be something that comes into play as far as the stone planter versus the iron planter versus the diamond one. But from what I could read on the wiki and, you know, playing around and testing and all that fun stuff, there didn't seem to be much of a cap. So what I would like to do, I think I'm going to have to go get more wood. Oh, nope. Nice. Some oak wood right there. Okay, so I wanted to make at least one more upgrade. Can I do this? Nice. Okay, cool. Sweet. So yeah, making all these stone upgrades is going to be pretty easy. I just have to go and decimate a forest. We haven't updated the pack. Still sitting on the same stuff. Yeah. The Thaumcraft taint is actually like insanely out of control. Like insanely out of control. It's been fixed in a more recent update for Thaumcraft, but we haven't actually updated yet. Why? I don't know. Not sure. That's not up to me. But we're still sitting on that. Still sitting and waiting on an update. So not anything that really needs to bother you guys, as you guys won't see this until long after it's been updated. But all good. All good. So anyway, what I want to do is see how well this works. So I'm going to grab some seeds. Actually, no. I think I'm going to grab some good old Potatoes. The best. I was thinking about carrots, but potatoes are better. So what did I need? I think you can actually use charcoal in this. So actually, I want to test. Oh man, that thunder, dude. Okay, so first test. Can you use charcoal? Yes, you can. Da-da-da. Nice. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on now. Shouldn't you be planting there? Shouldn't you be planting there? Oh well. Oh, you know what? This center one probably counts. Oh yeah, that's right. Let me actually grab a piece of dirt. I actually forgot that this center one actually counts as well. That's cool. So in the event that you actually had a huge plot of land like this, it might be worth making like a little tunnel so you can get down there and access your crops, which I will actually probably do. But kind of makes me wish I didn't flatten this as much as I did, but that's okay. Look at that, instant. But calm down. Come on. Well, that'll happen. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But yeah, it seems to charcoal seems to work just fine. It burns nice and slow. However, I mean, it does seem to continue to burn, which is unfortunate. But as you can see, generators and stuff do exist in this progressive automation mod, so you are able to power it with some redstone flux, all that fun stuff, or RF if you are unfamiliar with the acronym. So there you go, man. That is the crop planter. Very nice and straightforward, very easy to do, and I believe it will harvest as well. It'll harvest stuff as well, and I think if you just put a chest next to it, it should just auto-output into the chest from this inventory. Not 100% sure, but we'll see. We'll see as I move on. That seems to be the case with everything so far. So, man, I kind of want to set up one for trees, seeing as I'm going to need to chop many trees. So let's build a chopper. Can plant and harvest all types of tree. Machine should be placed on the ground. Oh yeah, I should also mention that your tinker tools can also be placed into here. I don't have a tinker's axe or a tinker's hoe, as I believe the tinker's mattock is like totally broken right now. Although, in my opinion, it was very broken before because it didn't really work on like anything. But anyway, once the mattock is like functional, you can put the mattock in here from Tinker's Construct, and it will work. It'll work quite well. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. All right, so as we were, I wanted to get that tree chopper up. So stone one, pretty much the same deal, except with an axe. So let's get the main recipe in here. Let's get an axe going. And you need a furnace, right? Okay, yeah, furnace. Let's make it sure. And a chest. Nice. There we go. Wait, what? Hello? Furnace, wooden... Oh, right, my bad. Jumping ahead of myself. There we go. Now we have a wooden planter. And again, I'm going to just go ahead and upgrade it to stone, because why not? I think that'll be cool. Stone chopper. Can plant and harvest all types of tree. Machine should be placed on the ground. So I believe the way this one works is slightly different than the way the planter works, in that I think in order for it to like actually do chopping of the trees, it needs to be like right next to it. So we will test that in a moment. And I forgot to grab a sapling, of course, naturally, as you would expect. Oh yeah, that's another mod that we can check out once I'm done with this. We can take a look at Bagginses. I've never used Bagginses before, even though it's actually been around for a while. Just never used it, man. I do have... Okay, good. So place you in there. I can go ahead and put my own axe in there. And begin. Actually, you know what I should do? I should give you the sapling. Okay, there we go. So that is all you got to do. That's all you have to do. You just put a sapling in. Like, before, when I was playing in Agrarian Skies, I was actually, like, having issues with the stone chopper. I couldn't figure out exactly which way was the correct way and all that stuff, because at the time, it didn't really... It just seems a little bit smarter now, because it placed it down on its own. For whatever reason, it wouldn't do that in Agrarian Skies. I don't know if that was a config thing or what, but actually getting it to work properly was a little derpy in 1.7. But it seems to work perfectly now. However, what I'm going to do is actually grab some bones and see how this guy does as far as chopping and replanting and the like, how it deals with saplings, etc., etc. And apples, actually. Boom. So you're going to do your thing? All right, there it goes. Yeah, it takes care of all the leaves. Breaks down the wood. Nice. Oh, you know what? We can also... Oh, nice. Cool. And then it gets another sapling and places it down. So what I want to do is... I'm curious if it will auto-output, because I don't actually know for sure. I kind of assume that it will, but we all know what assuming does. So, okay, so you don't auto-output. That's fine. See? That's why we test. And I'll try a couple different sides just to make sure. Oh, actually, you know what I should try? The most obvious spot. The top. Yep, it auto-outputs to the top. There we go. Very cool. So that way you can actually... That means you could put some buildcraft pipes on here, as I believe that's the only form of transportation we have. Yeah, just buildcraft pipes. So you could put a buildcraft pipe on there, and it'll spit out into the buildcraft pipe automatically, and then send it to wherever you need it to go. Hell yeah, man, that's awesome. Whew. I wonder if it only runs whenever it detects a tree in front of it. Yes. Oh, that's actually really cool. I actually really like that. That's amazing. Because I believe the harvester... Oh, no, that stops too. Hell yeah, man. So it doesn't run until it needs to actually do work. Sits there in waiting mode. Very cool, man. Like I said, progressive automation is definitely meant to be early game. One of those things that you want to work away from as soon as you can. But if you find that you're going to be hanging out in an early game for a little while, like I'm definitely going to be messing around with all the different mods, something like this can be extremely useful. Extremely useful. Especially, it also, I think, would fit really well into a magic-themed pack that maybe it needs a little bit of early game automation to help you double your ores or just kind of take care of things. I don't know, actually, if progressive automation does ore doubling. Should watch what I say. But anyway, I think you get what I mean. It's a nice, very easy tech, very light tech mod that does some pretty cool stuff. Hell yeah. So I think with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the episode, close it out, and call it a day. So thanks for watching, guys. I have been Lanolin. Be sure to drop a like, your favorite, and your subscription if you haven't already done that already. Next episode, I'm going to come back. I'm going to take a look at Bagginses, an awesome bag mod that adds little backpacks for you. Although, actually, nah, screw it. Let's do this right now. I mean, I could really use a backpack, so I might as well do this now before I wrap up. As you can see, there's many tiers of backpack, and I believe to upgrade it, yeah, you make the upgrade, and then you get a tier 2. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. There's a lot of different colors, too, so I would imagine that means that you can pick and choose what kind of color bag you want, and then each bag, obviously, containing a different inventory. All right, so just some string. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm pretty sure I did that backwards. We will find out. Yep. Nice. White bag, tier 1. Now, if I remember correctly, they're not too terribly big, but great for holding tools. Hell yeah. So, with that, I think I am now going to wrap up the episode. So, thanks for watching, guys. I have been Lanolin. This has been Feed the Beast Unstable. I will see you next time. Bye.